Also, definitely, no, what he said, I don't know whether he is understanding. See, the reaction, no, I will take this, whatever that gentleman said, that picture, no, the person of a person who is pleading that. I take it as a reaction picture, that suppose one has to give that reaction, what is the violence outside the camera, behind the camera?
Why is he doing that?
Yeah, no, that will have more subconscious impact.
Right.
See, you have to be really, you have to see that it makes more impact according to me. See, that's how it's in the hands of a filmmaker or a media person, how and what they want to publish or what they want to shoot or how they want to show. I think individually everyone should have their conscience.
But in television too, Vasant, of course, we can cheat just the same way that Ram is talking about. But I would have thought that black and white really, what difference does it make? So if you see blood and it's red, so then that has a higher impact. Would you say that?
Oh, 100%. We know it from numerous examples and our experience. People object less to gore if it's not in color.
Recently we came across an interview with Amir Khan, right? He's made an announcement. Don't ask me to remind what source it is, but it's quite on the thing. He said he wouldn't allow his children to watch Ghajini film because it was too much of violence in it, right? I think the film fraternity owes a lot.
Right. So we are going to be coming to that later on in the show, because we're going to actually try to nail our film director here and talk to him about the impact. Yeah, we will get to that. Revati, as a media person, I'd like to know your opinion on this.
There's media violence according to me, and there's media violence. I'd just like to talk briefly about a show I saw on television the other day, which is related to the newspaper also. This is a show where the participants have to spend the night with maybe 1,000 cockroaches, or spend the night with, you have about 100 slithering snakes all over you, or you jump from a height, or you do acts which are absolutely repulsive. Now, it's not that I am very prudish or anything like that, but that is violence of, according to me, the dirtiest kind. Right? When you have these kind of acts, or you have to eat cockroaches, or you eat maggots, which is really, it is the pits. Right. And then you have the newspaper the next day, which talks about what a brilliant program that was. Maybe there were no pictures, Mr. Ram, but definitely you had this write-up which said, oh, it's such a brilliant program. It's so adventurous. It's so kind of, to me, it was venomous. It's bad for the children. You can't ask for your child to see anything worse for that. And I really wonder what kind of legacy we are leaving for the generations to come.
Yeah, but of course, that's slightly moving away from violence per se, which is what we're talking about here. What about that gentleman up there?
If I may quote your very own NDTV, which says, experience the truth. I mean, nothing can be far from the truth than depicting what actually is the truth. I mean, if you see gore in cinema, you see gore in newspapers, that's okay, because that is the truth. Okay, a small statement on your point, sir, about Amir Khan. Now, I respect him as an actor, but if he himself shows double standards towards media violence, that's my opinion, obviously. Then, that's just his point of view. The point I'm trying to make is that if it's there to be shown, it should be shown. As Vasant was bringing out a point about the reaction part of it, I think that was brilliant. I think the way you put it, sir, was absolutely brilliant. It's a reaction. What the action is, that needs to be shown. Only then the awareness among the public, among the media, will be there.
But
I thought he said it need not be shown.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir?
I thought he said the actual violence need not be shown.
See, in reaction, you get more power. That's what I was trying to tell. Sometimes, not all the time an action should be very powerful. Sometimes reactions will be more powerful. See, suppose we hit somebody, suppose we take a scene of husband and wife is being hit by the husband. It doesn't come because of that day's that statement. It's a pent-up anger. It should have happened for so many days.
But Vasant, per se, if I saw in Ram's newspaper a man joining his hands, virtually pleading with his eyes and his joint hands that spare me, do you think that that's okay? Because then as a reader, I don't know what he's doing unless Ram captions it in such a way. Is that then absolutely necessary as the editor? Is that what you'll have to order or to ask your editors to actually do, Ram?
I think they are not mutually exclusive, but I fully agree with Vasant that it's a more powerful and a more effective way of telling a story, and for those who object to the depictions of direct violence, on the ground that A, it causes grief to me, and B, it may have a social impact, particularly on young people. If those are valid objections, or at least valid questions, then I think you can, those who want to can avoid it, and others are a little more direct. But I'm more for the indirect approach, and this is what I meant earlier when I said we've learned. Now I wouldn't print a picture of Rajiv Gandhi with his with those awful today. You can do it in a different way. But of course, the Western media have double standards.
Right.
Western media sometimes criticize us, but don't forget that they showed the hanging of Saddam Hussein.
Indeed, that was
Yeah.
terrible,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah, I think most
gruesome.
of us, no, one
Right.
second, most of us would have got the email of showing that Andhra's chief minister's
I know, they
pictures.
were terrible.
We were terrible.
Appalling.
I don't want to see that.
We didn't
Right.
use it.
Yeah.
We didn't use it.
Good for
Television
you.
used it.
I would like to appreciate that. That's the
Good
standard
for
I'm
you.
talking about.
Right. Okay, we'll just take a very short break, but we'll get right back to these points that we were on at.